Joining us on the Guadalupe Radio Network to talk all about St. Augustine Catholic Church in Houston is the principal, Mrs. Erica Paras. She has been serving as the school's principal now for about 4 years. Erica, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here in the KSHJ studio.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate this.
I imagine that you and the teachers and staff at St. Augustine are very busy getting ready for the new school year. Even though it's the summertime, I know there's a lot of hard work going on sort of behind the scenes. For people who are unfamiliar with St. Augustine Catholic School, tell me, where in the Houston area are you located, and about how many students do you have at the school?
St. Augustine Catholic School is located on Southeast Houston. We're on the border of Houston and Pasadena.
Okay.
We're located in between 45 and 225.
So not terribly far from Hobby Airport then.
It's on the other side of Hobby Airport,
Okay,
yes.
very good, excellent. And so about how many students roughly are
We
in
have
attendance?
118 students.
Okay, very good. So obviously St. Augustine is part of the parish also as well. So I know you receive a lot of support from Father Paul, the pastor there.
Yes, of course.
And you guys collaborate, because my understanding, of course, is that the school and parish are very close-knit. Is that fair to say?
It is very close-knit. We're a very big community. It's considered like a family. So we do a lot of events together where we collaborate with the parish and the school.
Okay, very good. And I can imagine it draws people from all over, the area. And I imagine it's pretty diverse, being the fact that it's right there in the middle of kind of South Houston, Southeast Houston as well.
It draws a lot of people in. We have people from the Houston side. We have people from the Pasadena side, sometimes from Baytown. It just really depends on where they're driving in. We are nestled inside of Meadow Creek Village, so we are considered one of the hidden gems sitting on 11 acres. But it's a beautiful community. It's a beautiful campus. And it's wonderful to be able to have all that area and space and all the wonderful trees there and everything. So if you're ever on that side, you should come and visit us.
Very good. Well, one of the unique things about the school also is that you guys, in addition to promoting, of course, Catholic education in general, which is so important, you guys highlight something called STREAM, like a STREAM Synergy Campus. Explain to me what that means, Erica, because I've heard of STEM, which is like science, technology, engineering, mathematics, but I'm not familiar with STREAM. What do we mean by that acronym?
STREAM is just adding on religion and the art aspect into the science, technology, engineering, and math. So last year we were able to partner with Smart Lab, and we were able to add on a STREAM lab to our facility for our students. So basically we have activities that coordinate with all of those aspects and tying it in, whether it be religion, art, mathematics, engineering. We have a curriculum that works with that for the students. So it's very hands-on, and it's very interactive for the teacher and the students as well.
Tell me a little bit more about how that works, because I was reading about that sort of you guys opening up this new Smart Lab learning environment in the fall of last year. So is it like a board interactive? What all does that encompass?
It's actually an entire classroom. So we were able to purchase different manipulatives that students can be very hands-on, whether it's like Legos, linking blocks, little tubes that you connect. We also have online curriculum that goes along with that. We also have 3D printers, so students are able to create different little objects and things like that using coding and math and engineering. So it's really one of the exciting things that we were able to add on last year.
I know that a lot of schools have really, in our area, really been pushing some of those things like science and technology and engineering. Obviously, that's great that you guys add the religion and arts, because it's definitely needed. But tell me why all of those qualities are so important for a foundation for an education for a student.
I think just having a well-rounded student and being able to integrate religion, art, science, technology, all of that develops the whole child all in all. So being able to provide that for the students, not just in the STREAM lab, but all over campus, is amazing to see that students will be well-rounded and be able to utilize those skills in the future.
I want to say that when I was reading a little bit about yourself, you have a master's in education from the University of St. Thomas. So I wanted to ask you about how the value of Catholic education for you personally. I'm guessing part of that is the reason why you came on board and joined St. Augustine Catholic School just to begin with.
Right. So I started as a student in Holy Rosary Catholic School in Rosenberg.
Okay.
And then I originally, after I graduated there, I wanted to go to Catholic high school, but at that time my parents could not afford that. So I just went to the local public high school, but I was still active in Holy Rosary community. I did my confirmation there and things like that. And when I got into the education world, I started in a daycare setting, a child learning center. But I had a friend there who started to work at a Catholic school, and she said, this would be great for you. So I applied, and my first school was at Our Lady of Mount Carmel on the other side of South Houston. So serving in the Archdiocese for the past 10 years, I've only served in the inner city Catholic schools, which is now called the Cross Academies. So I have made it my mission to serve in those schools in the community.
Why do you think it's so important to get those students, in particular in those parts of the Houston area, a good, solid education?
I just think knowing what I know and knowing where I came from and how I grew up, it's very important to be able to serve students that may not have that or may not have that opportunity. So at St. Augustine, I do ask for my teachers to give back to the community in serving them. So whether that be in an after-school activity, coaching a sport, all of that gives back to our mission of creating disciples and just showing the students that it's just not a job for our teachers. It's a passion. It's their mission to give back, not just to the students of St. Augustine, but to all students.
Yeah. Also, like I said, I mentioned the fact that you got your master's in education from the University of St. Thomas. Remind me the timeline here, Erica. When did you get that, and how has that sort of added to your ability to do your job well as the principal?
I received my master's at St. Thomas in May of 2020.
Okay.
So I think just going back and thinking about that is just be creating a lifelong learning journey for me. So just being able to pull from my master's in education and understanding that educational side, but also having that Catholic aspect into it and having that community really helps and supports me in what I do on a day-to-day basis.
Very good. Tell me about, again, let's go back to the faith aspect here, because you had highlighted religion as one of those aspects of STREAM, being a STREAM Synergy campus for St. Augustine. The foundation of faith, of course, is so important for a Catholic education. Tell me about the goal, about what, from a faith aspect, from a religion aspect, you want the students who graduate to know or to think about.
I think I just want the students to graduate knowing that Christ is their center and to have that faith in themselves, and just to know that when they do feel troubled or it's hard, that they can always turn back to their faith and know that somebody is there believing in them and that they have some type of guidance. So just keeping it rooted in Christ and just keeping that faith in them, I believe that they'll be able to get through anything that they need to get through.
Very good. I had mentioned that you've been serving the principal now for about 4 years. You've been officially doing that for 3 years, but I know you kind of served in his interim capacity for about a year. I want to give you an opportunity to just give credit to whether it's Father Paul or some of the other teachers and on staff for kind of helping you make that transition, because I can imagine going from sort of a staff or teacher position then to the principal can kind of seem overwhelming at first, right?
It was definitely overwhelming that first year that I was interim principal. We were going through accreditation. So when I became interim principal in October, then we went through accreditation in February. So I do appreciate and I do give a lot of credit to Father Paul, the staff, and all my teachers to kind of help me and guide me through all of that and just really support me and, you know, help me to become the principal that I am today.
Very good. I also want to give credit to everybody who works there, again, teacher, staff, parents, everybody who's involved, who also makes the commute there. Because like I said, not everybody lives close there. You yourself, you had mentioned the fact that you grew up, Rosenberg,
yes,
Richmond area.
Yes.
And I guess you were telling me you still live there in that area?
I still live in Richmond.
Okay.
Yes. So my commute to St. Augustine is about 47 miles each way.
Okay.
So I do spend a lot of time commuting, but everybody asks me why, like why? And I always tell them, why not? Like, why not make the commute? You know, I feel everybody commutes for their job, for their work, and if you love what you do, it's not a question as to why. It's just you just do it.
Any favorite stories of talking with students on campus? I mean, I'm sure you talk with a lot of kids at different grade levels. Are there certain things that kids say to you that may be rewarding or stand out or just kind of make you feel happy in your heart, I would say?
There are a lot of stories. I have a lot of students that I have seen. I have been their teacher in pre-K. I've been their teacher in kindergarten. And I just graduated one from 8th grade last year, and they were at St. Augustine. So just not necessarily things that they say, but just being able to watch them grow up and, be a part of that journey. And even students that were there on my first year at St. Augustine, they just graduated high school, and I was able to attend their high school graduation this past May. So it's just beautiful to be able to be a part of that, and it makes the 47 miles, the hour commute, way worth it.
Yeah, very good. Again, if you just now joined us, we're talking with Mrs. Erica Paras. She is the principal at St. Augustine Catholic School, which is located in Southeast Houston. And Erica, going back then, you had made reference to your own faith, growing up Catholic and going to Catholic school. I did want to ask you, as I normally ask a number of people who come on this program, if you yourself have any favorite devotions or favorite prayers, saints that you like, anything like that.
I don't really have favorites, but I do have a little bit of different routines. So I do like to sit in kind of silence, meditation, and just kind of let the Holy Spirit come to you moments. I like to do that in the morning, and then end the day is always with my daughter at bedtime, and we do her daily prayers. So when she was little, she learned the angel prayer, and then she learned the Our Father. So every time she learned a prayer, we added that prayer to her nightly routine. And she just did her first communion a year ago, so she learned the act of contrition. So now so that's a daily prayer as well. So normally any prayer that she learns, we add that on to our nightly routine. But starting my day in silence and meditation always works. I love to listen to praise and worship music. My mother and my mother-in-law were very big on the Divine Mercy Chaplet, so we would do that a lot as well. So
very good. I love that idea of bookending the day, prayer or silent meditation, then being able to pray with your daughter in the evening. That's fantastic. Tell me then, just wrapping up here, if people want to learn more about the school, St. Augustine Catholic School, tell me the website. What do they need to do, Erica?
They can just log on to St. Augustine. StAugustineCS.org.
There you go.
Sorry.
You got it. No, that's okay. I knew you. StAugustineCS.org. Okay,
Yes.
very good. Yeah, I was checking out the website earlier, and that's when I was learning all about. Again, I mentioned the state-of-the-art classroom, that smart lab learning environment that you guys debuted. It is fantastic. Some of the initiatives that you guys are doing, and I know that you and a number of people there have spearheaded that effort.
Yeah.
So
we were just in the Catholic Herald.
Very good, which is very exciting.
Yeah.
So remind me then, when does the school year officially start? When's the first day of classes?
August 13th.
Okay, very good. So you guys are gearing up. So again, before I wrap up here, what's everybody in the staff doing? Just kind of running around, trying to get classrooms ready right now?
Not yet. A lot of them are doing professional development. Professional development. We're ordering school supplies. We're ordering books. Father Paul and I have a big mission every summer. We like to do one thing to improve the campus every summer. So that's always our big summer initiative. So this year, Father Paul is repainting our lockers and repainting our doors right now and refinishing a lot of floors that we have. So that's his big project this summer.
I love that, taking it one step at a time, every year seeing an improvement there. Very good. Again, we appreciate your time. Erica Paras, principal at St. Augustine Catholic School. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.